We're back with one of the most celebrated athletes in sumo wrestling, Konishiki. You know, you're obviously very determined. Was there any point in the career that you said, especially at the beginning, you know, this is kind of a challenge and you got to make sure you're going to keep doing this?
Well, you know, I was very clear on where I stood when I left Hawaii. And I built a wall in my brain and my body and told me that there's no way this wall is going to break. You're either going to come up with something or nothing. And nothing won't be accepted in this family. So I put it on myself to be pressure, to be something before I came home. And to be surprised that I came home in less than a year and a half because I made it in 8 tournaments. It's one of the fastest in history even today. And then a couple of tournaments later, 12 tournaments later, I mean, altogether 12 tournaments to the name, just 2 years into the career, and I was the fastest ever to make junior champion in sumo. You know, so everything kind of worked out, and it was more like a dream. You know, I tell myself, I'll get up and, you know, when I'm like, man, it's 4 or what? It's 4 or what? Because I don't know, I couldn't feel the pain of whatever I was doing. I'll be all banged up, I'll be all bruised, and my jaw would be like sore every day. But I couldn't feel that pain as much as I think I should have. I guess because of the focus I had and what I was supposed to be doing. I was very determined to go. And you know, my sumo, being in the sumo life, it kind of helped me because you go in, you're like the dirt bag. You do everything, the dirty work. They can hit you, they can whack you. My first experience, my first month, this guy whacked me with a beer bottle over my head, and you're not allowed to fight back. All you could say is say thank you. And you get kicked. And because I'm the newest guy in the club, I slept with the garbage. I'll be sleeping right on the garbage. All the rubbish, all stink next. I'll be stepped on. People would kick me, but you're not. And some other guys were nice enough to, don't get up, just stay there and don't say anything. Because you have that, it's all boys there, so you know how wild that can be. So I took that to my advantage. I told this guy, I'm gonna kill this guy tomorrow in practice. And I actually did that. I came home I would be so fired up to practice. My pillow would like have tears. I was so pissed off I'll be. And I remember myself, practice would start, I'll be up at 3:30, ready to go. I wanted to practice so bad. And even after my career, I went and hang out with some of my senior wrestlers who, they tell me, man, you were like fire. Your red would be bloodshot, all like wanting to people, yeah. And that's how I felt, and that's the only way I could get back to people is through practice. And naturally, it's a great motivation for me because now I can legally beat up guys in practice and be good at it. You know, it's a funny way to say it, but that's what actually happened.
So have you ever had a time, even early in the career, where you wanted to quit?
Oh, not really. I was very sad in part of my career because I knew already I couldn't come back home. Number one, they took my passport away, so there's no way I could come home. Number two, I didn't have money to come home. So I was already stuck. I knew I wasn't gone. I was sad because at the beginning of my career, a lot of things happened to my family. I lost a couple nieces. I lost my grandmother. You know, I couldn't even be part of those events, yeah, going to the funerals. And through my whole career, it was like that, you know. So that's the sad part when I hear things happening to the family and I couldn't be there for it, you know. But all in all, I know I was doing something even more positive for them. Is help support our family.
Is that what drove you through the whole thing then?
Oh, yeah.
Being able to support your family?
Even today, that's what is driving me. Is basically my foundation is my family. And that's what drives me to do good, you know. Being from the West Side and being a Samoan, you know, it's very stereotyped where Samoans are known just to be big and strong and football players and stuff. You know, I want to be accepted as a person that try to help. And the culture itself is very family oriented. The kids that come out in a good upbringing families are the ones that really are more head cool and, you know, try to take care of their families. Mm-hmm. And even being from the West Side, like I said, when I went to the school, I had no respect because of where I'm from. And that's the thing I'm trying to say is all the kids that come out of here are all dealing with that. You know, at a very young age, they know that. You know, and it's very important to them to understand. Don't let that hold back them from what they want to be. Because I'm living proof that I come from a very family, you know, when I left 25 years, our family didn't have shower rooms, they didn't have a kitchen in the house, but we were okay for that. But it didn't stop us from trying to be good in whatever we put ourselves in, right? So I'm a living person who can explain and through what I went through, yeah. And everyone can be good. I think there's more than enough people who can be successful in this community if they're guided right and make them believe that they can make it, yeah.
Is that where the Konishiki Kids came from?
That's very where the Konishiki Kids come from. And because it's harder to make an older person understand, I work with the kids when they're in the elementary, 6th graders, I take them to Japan. The reason for that, I always thought my theory was, if the kids can accelerate and enjoy and be excited about something that they do at home, the parents will be very curious. Oh, how come my son is so curious about this trip he's going on? He's learning all this. How come he's so excited? They're going to have to come and look. So, to me, the kids are the one are actually giving back to their parents in a way where the parents will come and understand why the kids is understanding. Are trying to understand how to go on this trip, how to learn this language, why they're learning how to dance, or there's a reason for everything we do. And that's to make them understand that if they be more supportive of what the kids are doing and be more aware of how they do in school and be there all for them, the kids can go so far, because the kids out there are very talented, very smart, very artistic. They have so much talents out here, but the reason is a lot of parents are working so hard, 3 jobs, 4 jobs. Some of them are drug-related families who their kids have to live with grandparents or guardians. And no matter what household you come from, I think if people like me or anybody who has a program that can help them understand, you can overcome. You can actually go over this hill. If you just take the first step, is number one, your priority right now is your schooling. You can focus on your school and learn from it. It would take you to the next level. The next level is what? College. If you can go through there. I always tell the kids, you don't want to be the one digging no, or even telling the person to pay. You want to be the guy from the office making and writing the checks to pay the people who dig the holes. We have a lot of people who can dig holes, but it's that, I've learned so much that through my program, that how we are out here. And I understand, because I lived all my life out here before I went to Japan. And the things that they're going through, the emotional drama they're going through, and the physical trauma they're going through here, is what I go through with my own family too, so I can understand that, yeah.
Thanks for joining us today on Greater Good Radio. For more information or a transcript of today's show, please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. This is your host, Evan Leong and Carrie Leong, saying please join us next time for another episode of Greater Good Radio, Hawaii.